Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
Hey everybody, I have Karen Hampton here. She is the head coach of the varsity volleyball team over at Williamsport High School. How are you today, Karen?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the Coach's Corner today. So, Karen, how long have you been coaching volleyball over there at Williamsport?
Been at the high school. This is my 18th season there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is that where you got your coaching start? Was in volleyball, or did you coach any other sports?
It was in volleyball. I started at the middle school program over at Springfield, which is the feeder program into Williamsport High School.
Very awesome. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I went to Springfield myself, and I'm a graduate of Williamsport. Let me see. I really got to think because it's been a while. 2005. I think. Man, that's sad. I can't. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure it's 2005. But the volleyball program was strong then, and it's strong now. You guys are having an excellent season. You guys are at 11-5 right now. Just won a playoff game Saturday, and you got another one coming up tonight, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But first, I want to get a little more background of you. So, did you grow up playing volleyball?
Yes, I started at Springfield's program.
Okay.
At Williamsport.
All right. So Williamsport's your alma mater then.
It is.
Okay, and you're from that area, or did you grow up in Williamsport?
Yeah, right outside of Williamsport.
Oh, cool. So, any other sports that you were into growing up besides volleyball, or has volleyball kind of been your life?
It's been the primary sport, yeah.
Volleyball. Did you play any volleyball in like college or anything like that?
Yes, I played 2 years at Frostburg.
Oh, okay. They have a great program there as well. Olympics-wise, what did you think of the volleyball team this past Summer Olympics? I know they have the men's volleyball team and they also have the women's to play. How'd you think they did? Did you enjoy watching that at all? It always amazes me the athleticism that those guys and ladies have. What always gets me is how high they can jump. And I can't believe it. It looks like they have springs in their legs.
It absolutely does. It's such an elite level of play. So it's super exciting to watch for sure. I always enjoy watching just the level of competition amongst the teams and the pace of the game, how fast it moves at that level.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. Speaking of competition, this year and past years as well, the competition in the MPSSAA, your division there, the bar is set high for volleyball. A lot of the schools are thriving. A lot of them have great records, Williamsport being one of them. How did you guys approach this season going into it? I know obviously every team goes into the season wanting to win a state championship when you're in high school. Any other goals that you guys had this season that you've accomplished so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely, we came up a little bit short last year. So a lot of our returning players that came in this year were super focused on wanting to kind of build our team chemistry very quickly so that we could get ourselves in a good position to be able to compete in the postseason.
Yeah, a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, right?
So, yeah.
So this past Saturday, you guys played. It's escaping my mind. Walkersville. Yes, thank you. You guys came away the victor in that one. Was it a 5-game match, or did it go in 3?
3 sets.
3 sets. Okay. And you guys also just recently won a CMC small school championship, beating Smithsburg, who also has a great program over there. I know that's got to be a tough game. How did it feel to beat the Leopards, such an established team, and win that small school championship?
Yeah, I mean, it felt really good. It was a very good boost for our team, especially at this particular time in our season or postseason, going into the postseason. We struggled a little bit when we met them in the regular season, so having another opportunity to compete with them was really exciting for us. We have kind of evolved at this point in our season as a team, and so I think we just had a totally different look when we competed against them last week.
Yeah, it's got to be a big momentum booster to win that championship like that, the small school championship, and then ride it right into the playoffs. I've spoken to Smithsburg volleyball coach Bree Metzger, and I've talked to Coach Custer as well over at Clear Spring, and they all speak so highly of Williamsport and you guys over there with your program. So you guys definitely have a reputation within the high school volleyball world, that's for sure. I remember, I think every year I was in high school, they may have won out of the 4 years I was there, maybe 2 state championships. And I know that's trends continued going through. I talked to Emily Crabtree at the beginning of, beginning of October, no, maybe September. And she's got a volleyball history there as well. And, we talked a little bit about that and how Williamsport's been so great over the past years. But with the game coming up tonight, you guys take on Middletown, and that game is in Williamsport. Are you excited that you guys have home field advantage? I know the atmosphere, or home court advantage, I'm sorry. I know the atmosphere in a volleyball game for high school, especially at Williamsport, is an exciting one. Are your girls excited to get out there and get another playoff win?
I think they definitely are. And having the home court advantage is obviously a plus. We have a really good student section. Our community always rallies around us. And so I think there's a lot of really good energy in our gym.
I just talked to Coach Wesson, the boys basketball team yesterday, and he said the reputation that the Williamsport fans have, they call them the, what do they call it? The Duke fans of Williamsport or something like that, because the Duke fans at college basketball are always so crazy. I feel like that kind of carries over and with volleyball, and the volleyball gets into basketball. But yeah, I've been to a couple volleyball games at Williamsport. It's been a little bit, but they're fun to be at. I love the team atmosphere that the volleyball teams always have, and usually some of those, like, and I'm not familiar with the positions, but say what are the players on the front of the net called?
Players.
Just okay. I know they're setters, and you have certain other positions as well. Like say a player gets a kill, and the volleyball team has those little special cheers where they have for each player. Do you guys do that, or do you do mostly those team cheers at the end of the point?
They're mostly team oriented cheers.
Yeah.
Definitely energy boosters for sure.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I love seeing stuff like that. It's so cool to see. So with Middletown coming up, Middletown's a very tough team. What are you guys doing to prep for the game tonight?
Well, we watched film. We were able to kind of go back when we saw them in regular season. We were able to see some of their recent playoff match. And so, just kind of looking at what's happening on our side of the net, but also being prepared for what they're going to bring to us, and just really working collectively as a team.
So where is what's next for the Wildcats after this season is over? What do you got? How many players are you losing to graduation? How many players will you have returning next season for the team?
Yeah, so we have 5 seniors this year, and they've been a really great group. They've had a lot of dedication to the team. They've been great mentors and leaders for our team, so they will be missed significantly. But the rest of the team should be returning, so we've got a lot of good experience that would be coming back for sure.
It's wonderful to see the underclassmen. Well, yeah, it's wonderful to see the underclassmen, juniors and down. When those seniors leave, it's cool to see who steps up, and you kind of wonder who it's going to be. I guess sometimes you can see it, the writing sometimes on the wall. There's underclassmen that are leaders as well. But that's another of my favorite of high school sports, the turnover between the seniors leaving and who steps up. I always enjoyed that aspect of high school sports. But good luck with your game on Wednesday. I know you guys will do great. I'm rooting for you. I've been rooting for you all along in every sport, but volleyball especially, because I know you guys have had a pretty cool season so far and doing really well. So what kind of sports are you into, Karen? What do you enjoy watching in your free time?
I definitely like to watch college volleyball.
Okay.
Watching that level of competition. So that's been a lot of fun. Also get into college basketball, men's and women's. So looking forward to that coming up too.
Do you do a bracket?
I don't. My husband does, but I don't.
Okay. Yeah, that time comes and I get really excited for it. I was like, all right, I'm going to fill out my bracket. And then by the time the first round of games are over, I hate life. And I'm always my bracket's completely busted and I just give up. But yeah, I like college basketball too. The atmosphere of the college basketball game is probably what I enjoy the most. I like watching Maryland play. Haven't been happy since they moved them to the Big Ten, though. I prefer them as an ACC team because those rivalries with like North Carolina and Duke were storied ones, and now you don't really see them much anymore unless the cross conference play happens or tournament play. But college basketball's up there for me as well. I haven't really had the chance to see much college volleyball. Do you go out to the games, or are you watching them on TV?
Mostly on TV, but I do try to get down to Maryland a few times each season.
Okay. Does Maryland have a pretty good program down there?
Yeah, I mean they've been working really hard. Adam Hughes took over the program several years ago. We've taken our girls down to team camp there. So
Cool.
really good experience for high school athletes to get to meet some of the college level players. So then it's always fun to take the team because then they know some of the girls playing when we go down to matches during season.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin Murphy before, the girls basketball coach over there at Williamsport, and we were talking about the feeder programs coming from the middle schools into the high schools, and then the high school kids going out to possibly pursue collegiate level, and how volleyball is one of those top sports around here, where a lot of the girls, if they decide to, can choose from awesome colleges that I won't say are easy to get into, but it's not like when you're a football player around here in the Baltimore area. Just for example, has those 4-star players that are going into college. A lot of those 4-star players in the volleyball programs are here in Washington County, and Franklin County, and Berkeley County, and the tri-state area. It's really cool to see, and it's kind of a nod to you guys as coaches over there and with your teams in the volleyball, that you guys are doing such a great job and carrying on the tradition of the sport being so awesome in this area, and we thank you for that, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So game coming up tonight, Middletown travels to Williamsport. Karen and her Lady Cats are going to take on the Middletown Knights, and hopefully you guys come away with a victory. And hopefully we can have you back on here soon. Maybe we'll see how the game plays out, and we can talk a little bit after the game. So run the playoff tree by me real quick. So after tonight, with a victory, you guys would move on to what would be the next game?
Would be the state quarterfinals. So tonight is the region final.
Okay.
Each region's broken into 2 sections.
Okay.
Total of 8 region winners, and they get reseeded and then go into a state quarterfinal.
Gotcha. So where's the state championship held at?
I believe it's at the Hartford County Community College.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
No, you're fine. Doing my research on you before we started the interview here, I did forget to look, but I wanted to ask you, since I didn't get a chance to look, do you have any state championships under your belt yet? How many, if so?
Yes, I do. I actually have one as an athlete when I was in high school.
Okay.
I have one as an assistant coach in 2012, and then 3 as the head coach.
Awesome. Who was the head coach in 2012 when you were the assistant?
Emily Crabtree.
Crabtree. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought so. Yeah. Cool.
He was my coach when I won too.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I love how things come full circle like that. That's really cool. Well, good luck tonight, Karen. I know your Lady Cats will do awesome. If you want to come catch the game in Williamsport tonight, the match starts is it 6?
6. Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock. You can come check out the Wildcats and watch them on their playoff run. Thanks so much for hanging out today, Karen. I appreciate you stopping by. You have a good rest of your day.
Thanks for having me.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.